Hi dudes, I'm Brooke, and while I often get told I look like a lot of different people, I don't constantly get one specific celebrity. I get a lot all the time, but I think because I have such a specific style, it lends itself to me looking like me first and foremost. Now, if you've spent any time on the internet, and at least as of right now you have because you're watching this, it's pretty likely that you've come across somebody who takes looking like a particular celebrity to another level. I'm absolutely no stranger to being a fangirl. But there are people out there who have gone to extremes to not just be the biggest fan of their favorite celebrity, but to effectively wear their skin as a suit and try to become that celebrity. Today I want to talk about the spectrum of internet celebrity lookalikes from normal to, oh my god, please stop. For just about every A-list celebrity, there seems to be a community of lookalikes or wannabes that have their own lore and beef. Some have way more than others though. For example, Ariana Grande has a seemingly endless group of people that dress and act like her on social media. And it can get to a point where it's beyond taking inspiration and it becomes a little disconcerting. But like I said, it's a spectrum. The first category of celebrity lookalikes that I want to talk about just happen to look like a celebrity. They're being themselves online fully, but they may be leaning into it at times or going along with the bit. For example, Sonia Said is an influencer who often gets told that she looks just like Kim Kardashian.
It's my twin's birthday today, so in honor of that, we're gonna do a full Kim K makeup look. I've been told I look like Kim K and compared to her since I was in my early 20s, probably when the first season of Keeping Up with the Kardashians came out. It's so interesting when people actually are like, oh my god, you altered your face to try to look like her. No, this is how I would have looked like with or without her. At the end of the day, I can't help what I look like and the features I was born with. The only thing I have changed is my nose. Other than that, everything you see is me. Final step. And there you have it. This is my Kim K happy birthday makeup look. Bye.
And sometimes she'll make jokes about it or lean into it. But she posts her own content regularly, and her page is her own.
You know, sometimes it's just best to shut the fuck up.
It's just more that she's in on the joke. Taylor Madison is another TikTok creator who's gone viral for looking just like Kylie Jenner. She even made a video at one point addressing Kylie, and Kylie was like, oh my god, twin.
Do you really think I have that kind of money? Trust me, I do not. I was born like this, and people always assume I've had surgery. What surgery, are you implying I've had? I've been told I look like her since I was about 15, 14 years old. I've posted pictures of my childhood self and my teenager self, and people still always gotta assume things.
I think people need to realize that I've looked like this my entire life. I've literally been told that I've looked like her since I was 15 or 14 when she started looking like her. And I'm not saying that in a shady way whatsoever, I'm just saying that in a factual way. But the fact that you are so pressed about my identity and my face kind of says something. Maybe you need to get a hobby or two. Or maybe you just need to learn that it's unnecessary to say something like this when you have no idea what the reality is.
Some guy just came up to me in Walmart and said, "Excuse me, I'm sure you hear this all the time, but you look exactly like Caitlyn Jenner." I said, "The dad?" There's a first time for everything.
Aside from having some beef with another Kylie Jenner lookalike, Nova, Taylor seems to be relatively uncontroversial as well. And as far as I could tell, she seemed to be just one victim of Nova being jealous that Taylor looked more like Kylie than she did. I wish I was kidding. Then there's Rose Vallum. Rose is a singer-songwriter who not only looks like Sabrina Carpenter, her government name is Sabrina. She legitimately had to change her stage name to Rose, which is her middle name though, because she was getting so much backlash with people trying to say that she was trying to be Sabrina Carpenter.
Well, okay, so I can see that there is a big debate in the comments under this one regarding this subject, which is so crazy because I've already explained this literally a year ago. You can go to my pinned video on my page where I explain everything. But let me just do an updated version for everybody that's new here. My real name is Sabrina. I have changed that as of recently, stage name wise and social media to Rose, which is my middle name, just because I was getting way too much backlash and my accounts were getting shut down. Just was too chaotic, and it's made it a lot easier having that name change. But basically, I'm not impersonating her. I take inspiration from her, obviously, because I can see what works for her, and you know, hopefully that would work for me, and we have similar features, so it just works. I've made changes. I was growing out my bangs for a while, and I would still get that comment all the time everywhere I went. Literally, even if I dyed my hair, people would just be like, oh, you look like a brunette Sabrina Carpenter. Like, I just can't escape it, literally no matter what. So I might as well just use it to my advantage in the ways that I can without coming across weird. Like,
She has said that she takes inspiration from Sabrina's hair and makeup because they have similar features, so of course what works for Sabrina is going to work for her too. And I honestly think that makes perfect sense. I've heard advice before online about how if you look like a specific celebrity, you should try and copy their hair and makeup or try it out because they have access to the best stylists who will assess their features and do what works for them. But when you look too much like a celebrity and you do it, people are mad now. Rose has also said that she is a huge fan of Sabrina Carpenter's. She just doesn't want people thinking that she's like a Paige Niemann, who we will discuss in a moment. So the next category of celebrity lookalikes that I'm going to show you are what I would consider still fairly harmless. They use their likeness to either do cosplay, pay homage, or to work as a tribute without changing who they actually are as a person without the costume on. One example is Carrie Whitmore. She's a cosplayer who went viral for her Hermione looks because she looks shockingly similar to Emma Watson. While she embraces it and does cons and seems to love Harry Potter, she also does a lot of other cosplay and participates in a lot of other fandoms. It's not like this is her entire life, is just being the girl who looks like Emma Watson. Then there's Derek Barry. Derek is a famous drag queen and Britney Spears impersonator. While being a Britney impersonator has been a huge part of her career, she's also a successful drag queen with her own personality aside from that.
People don't know what Stonewall is. You know what I mean?
Won't you tell everybody what that is?
That was fighting for gay rights, and people were killed.
Nobody was killed at Stonewall.
Nobody was killed?
Nobody was killed at...
So this next category is where things start to get actually really sus. This is where we see actual celebrity copycats who seem to want to replace the celebrity that they look like. And low-key, like, it's like if they go missing, we should look into this person. For legal reasons, I'm kidding. But the first of these is Paige Niemann, who I mentioned earlier.
Absolutely right, sir.
So Paige was actually the inspiration for this video, derogatory. She's a TikToker who, since 2016, has been impersonating Ariana Grande, seemingly during every waking moment of her life. It doesn't seem to be just a performance for social media.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no.
She's copied Ariana's style evolution over the years, even changing her hair color to match Ariana's, and allegedly losing weight to match Ariana's frame, though I don't feel great talking about that too much because I don't know if that's true and I don't think I should be commenting on other people's bodies. I just mention it because it's a large part of the controversy surrounding everything going on with her. Most disturbing though is that Paige actually has an
adult subscription site,
which would be fine. It's just that when your entire thing is trying to look as identical as possible to a specific celebrity, it feels extremely violating. It's like effectively a deep fake at that point. And she knows what she's doing. She's getting people to subscribe who want to see Ariana Grande naked, but they'll settle for the Temu version. And speaking of being the Temu version, what's also really creepy about the whole thing is that Paige doesn't actually look anything like Ariana Grande at all.
That looks like one of the Stokes twins. I admire Ariana because I think that she's an amazing singer, she's a great actress, and she's very stylish.
I think Ariana's more natural post-Glinda era has given up the ruse a bit because she can't rely on the heavy glam and the big fake ponytail to convince everybody that they actually have the same facial features. And that's no shade. Not looking like Ariana Grande doesn't make you less pretty. I don't look anything like Ariana Grande, and I'm a stone cold fox. Please comment and affirm. If it wasn't for how scary and like sinister it was, I would feel really bad because it does seem like she likely has some serious insecurities if this is what she's choosing to do. Or it could be that this is the content that she's found her niche in, and if she were to switch it up now, she'd lose her entire audience. But either way, I don't think any of it excuses her behavior. So I'm stealing all of the, not stealing, it's fair use. Hold on, it's fair use. But I am getting all of these from TikTok. So I didn't put this text over this. I'm not trying to bully anybody, but this was the only one I could find that showed like an old video of Paige's to show that this has been like a very long standing obsession with Ariana.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a room tour, and the reason why I named this video an Ariana Grande room tour is because my whole room is pretty much Ariana Grande.
The thing is though, it's normal to be obsessed with stuff like that when you're this age, when you're like 12 or 13. I think that was her age around in this time. That's normal to be obsessed to this degree where your entire wall is postered up with the same person. Like, is it extreme? Yeah, of course. But like, kids are extreme, you know, like they get obsessive about things. Like, it is typical to go through a phase or something as a kid where it's like, this is your entire world. It's all you care about. And you just want to fucking like blast your whole wall with it. That's totally normal. And it's just part of like development. So I don't love the text on screen that's like, she was always weirdly obsessed, because like as a kid, this isn't weird. This is just like kid, you know, tween behavior where you idolize a celebrity or whatever. But it has gotten weird. It has since become weird because she's now 21 and now we are using her likeness to do work, and that is not cool. I feel like I'm also not even allowed to talk about Paige if I don't address the video of her walking down the runway trying to like give Kat Valentine, but giving everybody like secondhand embarrassment instead. And I'm really not even saying that to be mean or to like to be a bully, because I sincerely don't want this to be that type of video. I don't want to come off like that. But I'll just show you the fucking clip. Also, I'm like, who's inviting these like lookalikes places? She is really, really cute. She's gorgeous. She's pretty. She doesn't look like Ariana without makeup or anything. And again, that's not an insult. You don't need to look like Ariana Grande to be a gorgeous, beautiful young girl. I do think part of it is that she started this as a kid when it was kind of like, we're doing cosplay and it was more just for fun back when it's like, you know, your whole room is postered up with Ariana Grande and you're 13 and it's kind of normal to be that obsessed. And then it became that she was like the Ariana girl. And then that's what her following expects of her. And then all of a sudden like years go by and it's like, well, you don't really know how to like shift content maybe could be happening. It doesn't make it okay that she's like doing things that make people uncomfortable with the, you know, OF and everything. But I could see how that has become the case as opposed to just like, you hate yourself. I don't know. I'm not trying to like say either one or the other, but I could see that being the case, that she just kind of got stuck in a niche and those videos get the most views because they do. Every one of her videos, if you sort by popular, all the most popular are looking like Ariana and the comments being like, get a life, not Ariana, you look nothing like her, you look like Ethan Slater, like still getting views, she's still getting paid. So I don't know. Also, I do need to mention with this Positions cosplay she does, could we not have just waited a moment for dad to move out of frame? This is driving me crazy. Just wait a sec. Surely you could wait a sec. Surely you can wait one moment until he's done moving the ironing board. Like, certainly that's an option. But I do think she could change content into like something normal, like some type of like cosplay or something like that, because she posted a cosplay of a Monster High thing with her boyfriend, and everyone in the comments was like, see, this is the content we want to see, like show more of this, we love this. So I feel like it immediately turned into positive for her. So like maybe try that, you know, maybe the like metrics on the back end weren't great, but girl, it sincerely can't be worth all the hate. I also think just her younger features like lended more to looking like Ariana, because she does have like Ariana's teeth, for like lack of a less weird way to say that. Like Ariana has like teeth that kind of turn inward a little bit, and she kind of has the same thing. And like some people, when they get braces on, they get their teeth turned inward. I was always really jealous of those people. I'm just gonna, you know, be real vulnerable right now. I never liked that my teeth didn't do that. I always wish pre-Ariana, I'm not I'm not one of those people. I was always jealous of people's teeth like going slightly inward. And I always thought that looked really cute, and people had like a really nice smile when they have that. I'm always jealous of people who have that. I feel like if anything, mine turned almost outward. I guess they're just kind of nothing, but I always wanted mine to go inward like that. Anyway, Paige's do that and Ariana's do that. And I think that that's a big part of why when she would put the whole makeup on and everything and then do like the same smile, she did like pass as Ariana. Like, oh yeah, it does look like Ariana. Especially when she was younger, and like the bigger glam and everything made a bigger difference before she grew into like her own face as an adult, because that's what happens. Not that she's really a grown adult. She's only 21. But when she was like much younger, like 17 or 15 or whatever, I'm not exactly sure the exact timeline of when she was doing it, because she's deleted a lot of the stuff. But when she was much younger, I think that's when it was a lot more like, yeah, I could totally see that, you know? And then now that she's older, it's like, first of all, this has been going on way too long. It's weird. Second, Ariana said it makes her uncomfortable. So why are we still doing it? Third, at your grown age. And fourth, the sex work. That's where it's like, all right, we should probably move on and stop, you know, at some point. It's a straight up reprehensible thing to do. And Ariana Grande herself has said that it makes her uncomfortable. On Twitter, when someone brought up Paige back in 2019, Ariana had this to say: I just wonder why the cat voice / dialogue. I'm sure she's the sweetest, sweetheart for real, but it's definitely bizarre seeing people blend the two worlds, LMAO. This is in reference to the fact that Paige used to dress as 2019 Ariana and lip sync to clips of Ariana's character Kat from Victorious.
She told me not to tell you. 5. Oh, good. 4. Don't count. 3. Oh, I love 3. 2. Have you heard about the new pair pads with a slightly better screen? 1. Hey, okay. What are those flowers for?
You.
Flowers for me?
Yeah, I got your text that said, "Hi, Moose, it's Kat. Please bring flowers to me at Hollywood Arts immediately."
I did. You go,
I don't laugh like that.
Puppy's wearing sunglasses.
Which was, as I said, a character that Ariana played, not Ariana herself. And then it kind of was brought up again in 2024 when Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande took a lie detector test with Variety, and she subtly touched on it again.
Have you ever confronted anyone who's impersonated you?
No.
Have you ever wanted to?
Yes. In a fun way.
Yeah.
And then like Paige posted on her story, like referencing the fact that she knew it was about her. And it almost felt like sassy back. And it's weird because it's like, if you know that she doesn't like this, and Paige like has been an Ariana stan, like I showed, she's literally historically been obsessed with Ariana her entire life, effectively, like since she was young. So it's crazy to think that like my idol hates what I'm doing and it makes them uncomfortable, but like I don't care. It's weird. It's a weird type of celebrity worship because it's not even, you're not even like putting them on a pedestal at that point, which you shouldn't. You shouldn't idolize celebrities to that degree. But like she seems to be doing that on one hand, but on the other hand, she also is like not listening when Ariana says, please stop. And she also doesn't seem to have any shame that Ariana doesn't like her, which you would think that like, if that's your idol and that's your person you're obsessed with, that the worst person to not like you would be that person. You know, very strange. She is, in my opinion, probably one of the most notorious ones, and maybe that's just because I am an Ariana Grande fan, as many of you have probably figured out. Hold on. But because I'm an Ariana Grande fan, I have seen people talk about her and everything. And so I've heard about her for years, and that kind of was the inspiration for this video because it's just a really weird phenomenon. It's a really weird thing to do, especially given that she does not have Ariana's stamp of approval. She has quite the opposite. So the next one we're going to talk about, she has the celebrity's effective stamp of approval, publicly at least, and I would love to know if you guys can already tell where this is going and you know who I'm about to talk about. If you do, please immediately comment and say, like, before you started, I know what you're saying. And it'll be honor system, don't lie. But I do feel like with the Paige one, not to like fucking beat a dead horse, but it just is really weird to me to think, like, if I woke up tomorrow and Gerard Way was like, I really don't like what Brooke's doing with YouTube, I'd be like, fuck. That would really rock my world. I'd be like, shit. And I'm not even cosplaying Gerard Way. I just am like, that's the first celebrity that I idolized, that I thought about, that I would be like, oh fuck, that would suck. That would be a huge deal. Like, someone I've cared about since childhood all of a sudden is like, knows who I am and doesn't like me. Oh my God, I need to change something. Like, I'm not doing something right. So to be like doubling and tripling down, for years she's been doing this. Years, like 6 years. Crazy. I will actually move on now to the next person, who is Ashley Leechin, or also known as It's Just Ashley. And I'll show you a video as to why she is known as It's Just Ashley.
It's Ashley. It's Ashley. It's just Ashley. No. It's just Ashley.
Taylor, I love you so much.
It's just Ashley. No, seriously, go.
So Ashley Leechin is another case that low-key gives Skinwalker. After a video of her doing her laundry went viral in 2021 because everybody thought she was Taylor Swift. She started really leaning into it and posting a lot of her TikToks to Taylor Swift audios and amping up the styling and hair and makeup to look more like her.
Who's your celebrity doppelganger?
I've never been told I have one.
Really?
No.
You don't think you look like any celebrity?
No.
Hi, Andy. Who does she look like?
Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson.
I don't have the boobs for that.
Although, in my opinion, it was pretty clear from the jump that before she even had TikTok, she was styling herself to look as much like Taylor Swift as possible. She even got the same type of cat as Taylor Swift, which is totally normal and not super terrifying as an adult. But like I said, she did technically get like a sign-off, a stamp of approval from Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift has commented on one of Ashley's videos. She said, my mom saw this and she said, she looks like you, meaning Taylor, obviously. So of course, Ashley freaked out about that. And now she's like gonna be gung-ho about it because she's like, I've got the stamp of approval from Taylor herself.
That is the ultimate endorsement, isn't it? If mum thinks that everyone's right. So we saw in the...
Fans of Taylor Swift have alleged that not only does she accentuate the look with makeup and hair, but they swear she's had plastic surgery to look like Taylor Swift. Ashley vehemently denies having plastic surgery, though she does say she's had filler and Botox. She even went to a plastic surgeon's office to get them to, like, on film check her and see if she's had plastic surgery done. And the plastic surgeon checked her out and was like, in my opinion, you did not get plastic surgery to look more like Taylor Swift.
I don't see any signs of plastic surgery work here, you guys.
But I will say, as someone who gets Botox and filler, I think people who don't are quick to use plastic surgery as a catch-all term for any cosmetic work whatsoever, even when they mean something as easy as lip filler, which is a huge pet peeve of mine, but I digress. On the other hand, I think things like fillers, Botox, and threads can theoretically have a much larger effect on people's appearance than someone who doesn't have experience with cosmetic work would realize. Like, you can literally get filler in your nose to make it look like you've had a full rhinoplasty. You can get filler in your cheeks to make it look like you've had a full facelift. You can get Botox in your forehead and above your eyes and around your eyes and make it look like you've had complete work done. You can get masseter Botox, looks like you've had your jaw shaved down. I have masseter Botox, completely changed my jaw, and I fucking love it. Like, these things are sometimes subtle changes, and sometimes you can do them and have a very drastic change. And I'm not saying that Ashley's done all or any of that. I'm just saying that I think people conflate plastic surgery with Botox and filler. And when someone said, I've had no plastic surgery, that doesn't mean really shit, because that just means you haven't been like put under and had a knife to your face. Ashley's biggest controversy came in August of 2023, however, when she, along with YouTuber Vic in the Game, staged what she called a social experiment, where they went to the Grove, which, if you're not familiar with it, is a pretty busy outdoor mall in LA, with her dressed fully like Taylor Swift, alongside with like fake bodyguards and everything. So obviously people fully mobbed her because they thought she was Taylor Swift, because that was the point, and she was escorted out by security. People were really mad because, first of all, that's just like a really bizarre and weird prank. But it also caused a pretty chaotic and dangerous situation for everybody there. To me personally, it kind of felt like a I want to feel famous for a day thing. And I guess that YouTuber has been known to use celebrity doppelgangers to get people like excited and worked up in public and then post about it online. So that gives it kind of more of a dangerous prank vibe than social experiment vibe. And also, like, we can't just say social experiment when we do something shitty. You can't just do that. You know, like, experiments have controls and like a scientific process. You can't just say like, it was an experiment to see how you would all react when you like get caught doing something fucking weird. There's like a scientific process. From what I've gathered online, Taylor Swift fans hate Ashley, which seems to be the general consensus, because from my corner of the internet, people who like Ariana Grande don't really fuck with Paige. So I saw someone post a like before and after type thing, or really an after then before, of Ashley, and kind of silently alleging that she's had shit done to look like Taylor. So here's that. I mean, she definitely has veneers, which is no shade. Her teeth look great, so I don't know. That's not just Botox and filler, though. It's like, you've certainly got veneers. And also, like, you can't deny the hair, you know? Like, you can't deny the hair and the, like, red lipstick and everything. And then, like, she does a lot of press. She does a lot of press. Like, I found a lot of interviews with her. And in a lot of them, she's like, we just happen to love the same cat. We happen to both love Grey's Anatomy. And we both happen to love the number 13 and blah, blah. And it's like, girl, you guys are not the same person. Like, it's okay to be your own person. And this one's also weird because at least with the Paige one, which is already creepy and weird enough, at least it started with her as like a full-ass child, whereas Ashley's like a grown-ass woman. Like, pretty like bizarro behavior to like start this in adulthood, you know? I guess at the end of the day also, it's like, at what point is it like, are you losing yourself? Or is it like what I said with Paige, where it's like, this is just the content niche you found, you know? I don't know like how serious it is of a mental thing, or if it's just straight up like, this is what's making me money because it gets me views. Swifties also say that Ashley has changed her voice and mannerisms to try and match Taylor's over the years, which is really concerning as well. So I found this video of like before and like more recent of her voice.
I mean, I put all the glam and makeup on, you know, because that's what everybody wants to see now, of course. But no, me and my husband go out into the mall and I just wear a ball cap. It's pretty odd how my favorite number is 13, because my birthday falls on the 13th. And my favorite color is crimson red. So it's...
The bangs are here to stay for life. For those who have asked me, are you going to change your hair? Are you going to dye your hair? You obviously don't watch my content, because I recently chopped all of my hair off. Oh my god, guys, so I just got done filming a promotional video for Aeropostale, and I'm like about to leave the store, and they're like, oh, you get a free gift, like you get a free outfit before you leave. And I'm like, oh my god, can you guess what outfit I chose?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty damning as well. That's pretty bizarre. But also about the like media that she's doing, why are we hiring lookalikes? That also feels really shady. I saw there was some backlash a while back of Paige and Ashley both being hired for a campaign for handbags, among a few other like celebrity like lookalikes.
Let's unbox the Rico bag together. Comes in small and medium size.
And it was very clearly like trying to get people to think it was the original celebrity. So come on, you know, that's not fucking ethical. So wild. At that point, it's like if you like the celebrity that you are imitating or whatever, you're kind of stealing their coin at that point. That's not fucking cool. Not that Taylor Swift needs any more money, but moving right along. The most extreme cases are those who don't just naturally resemble a celebrity and try and do their hair and makeup or maybe get filler or whatever to amplify it, but those who actually look nothing like a celebrity and get plastic surgery to begin looking like a celebrity. Brian Ray is one example. He has spent over $100,000 on injections, chemical peels, lasers, veneers, and a nose job to look like Britney Spears. Quick side note here that while Brian presents as like Britney as possible, from what I could tell, he does still seem to use he, him to refer to himself, so that's what I'm using as well. Brian appeared on Botched in 2014 trying to get a revision on his nose job to make it look more like Britney's.
It's Brian, bitch!
But the doctors did turn him down because of the risks. Although like every reality TV show, especially in 2014, they certainly seemed to play up the Britney obsession. From Brian's social media, it does seem to be a smaller part of his life than even Paige Niemann or Ashley Leechin. I think that he is, or at least was, obsessed with plastic surgery, and Britney was his muse, but not like his whole life revolves around Britney. But it's hard to say because he is much less active on social media than someone like Paige or Ashley is. Jennifer Pamplana is a similar case. Over the course of 12 years, she spent $600,000 on over 40 cosmetic procedures to look like Kim Kardashian. As time went on, she actually started getting sick of people only recognizing her for that and not for who she was as a person or what she'd worked to achieve. So she ended up spending another $120,000 to surgically regain her original looks. This included a neck and facelift, a buccal fat removal, cat eye surgery, a lip lift, and a nose job all at once. She said she went into the operation room as one person and came out another. She also now warns about the dangers of polymethyl methacrylate, if I'm saying that right, which is a commonly used cosmetic material that she'd had injected into her butt. The material caused her complications that left her in a ton of pain and eventually infertile. Lastly, Toby Sheldon gained infamy for spending $100,000 plus on surgery to look like Justin Bieber. He also appeared on shows like Botched, as well as My Strange Addiction. He had had his lips done, his lips lifted, liposuction, and more. In his appearance on Botched, he was actually trying to get his forehead reduced, but the doctors turned him down. From what I could find, Toby was pretty obsessed with Justin Bieber beyond wanting to just look like him. In an Instagram caption from 2013, Toby said, "This has been a long journey. Every day I'm getting closer and closer to my dreams, and I can't wait for the day I will finally be you," in reference to Justin Bieber. To be fair though, he is from Germany, so it could be that he didn't mean it to come off as nefarious, and he meant it more like, "I'll finally look like you." Still not ideal, but slightly different, of course. Unfortunately, Toby did pass away due to an overdose in 2015, and he was just 34 years old. Overall, I think it's normal and fun to dress up and cosplay as your favorite celebrity or artist, but it does cross a line when you ditch who you are. Also, when that's the case, at the end of the day, what you're imitating of that celebrity is what you see in media. You don't actually know them. You're just playing a caricature of who you think they are based on a very curated image of what they allow you to see. Anytime we put a celebrity on a pedestal or above human, things get weird and dodgy. It's why Chris Brown is still touring. We don't know these people. And when inspiration turns into copying someone's entire personality, it's impossible to be true to who you actually are. Some of these so-called copycats are so young, like Paige Niemann, for example. I don't know if she's allowed herself to figure out who she actually is outside of just an Ariana Grande stan, especially now that she's like Ariana Grande's op. As I mentioned, I am often told I look like a lot of different celebrities, public figures, cartoon characters, someone's cousin, or other various hotties, including, but not limited to, Darlene from Mr. Robot, Reese Witherspoon, Katy Perry, Demi Lovato, Camila Cabello, Camila Araujo, Twiggy, Emily from Corpse Bride, Joan Jett, Kat Dennings, Yennefer from The Witcher, Rory from Gilmore Girls, Dolly Parton, Carla Gugino, Tiffany Valentine, Gwen from Total Drama Island, and even Carla Homolka. So dudes, what kind of commentary YouTuber would I be if I didn't try this celebrity impersonator gig for myself? I do have a lot of options to choose from after all. Let me go ahead and slip into something a little more comfortable, and I'll be right back.
I don't know, you guys. What do you think? Do I look like her?
Seems exhausting to be somebody else all the time. Let me show you the full fit and then you can decide. Ignore Brian in the background. Can't get the fucking thing to stay focused. Oh, Peter. What's your name, B.O.B.? So they calling you Bob? Why am I feeling my lowest fantasy right now? I think the consensus is I get it. I feel good. I like it. I think I'm gonna be Lois for the rest of my life, you guys. I think this is it. I think I understand celebrity impersonators, and from now on, I will be Lois. If the goddamn dog doesn't stop barking in the background, I swear to God. I didn't think I'd buy another pair of khakis after I got out of high school. I went to a private Christian school and I had to wear khakis, so I didn't think I'd be buying any more of these, but that's cool to own khakis again. Feeling nostalgic. I wish they had these stretchy ones when I went to high school, though. I would have been living for these. Come on, khaki stretch. What we got going on here? Oh, me, I'm just in my khakis. I'm sure my school would have outlawed them, though, because they were too stretchy and we weren't allowed to wear yoga pants on, like, spirit days or anything because they were too sexy. But they wouldn't outright say that. They would say it's because we're not doing yoga.
Oh, brother.
Has nothing to do with sexualizing girls. Has to do with the yoga. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna call it right there. For more videos, you can Nope. For more videos, you can No. For more videos, you can check out my second channel, brookesharks Bites, where I post beauty and lifestyle content. And you can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and you can join my Patreon. I post some extras over there, and I also have a Patreon-only Discord. Don't forget to beat the shit out of the like button and murder the subscribe button, and if you're feeling crazy, you can copy the bell. And I'll see you very soon with another video.